Hello, my name is Lady Valheim, but if you're watching this, then you already know that. Welcome to this Patron exclusive video, which I reserve for more personal updates on my life and projects. This is a video that I'm making with mild hesitation because I don't want to come off as either whiny or incompetent, but with the increasing consistency with which I've faced setbacks over the last couple of months, I've come to the conclusion that I'm actually cursed. Every time that I try to do something, primarily for a video on this channel, I run into a huge snag. Some snags are out of my control, like my computer freezing up because it's a new build, or my custom VTuber taking forever for my partner to make. God bless him. And some snags, of course, are my fault, but I would like to reserve the right to say that they aren't intuitive in the I really should have known better kind of way. Like filming my first book unboxing muted, because my recording settings had my mic not keeping audio input even though it was giving input in the headphones that I was wearing so that I knew I could hear myself, and showing up as bars on the input in OBS. Of course, I had no idea that I was muted. And I'm calling it now that the first time that I ever try to stream, the same thing or something similar is definitely going to happen. Mark my words. But as far as setbacks go, I've hit a problem so big, so inexplicable, that I can only assume that I'm cursed, because there is no other explanation for it. The folder that I keep my YouTube scripts in disappeared. And I mean disappeared. Sometimes I drag a folder into another folder by accident because my compulsive computer filing system is unnecessarily complicated, so I thought that might have been what happens. But I checked, and all of the nearby folders didn't have the scripts in them either. So I did a whole PC-wide search for the titles of the files that I knew I was looking for, and oddly enough, a shortcut showed up. A shortcut to a Word document that's disappeared. That doesn't actually work because the path has been broken. Why they had a shortcut is one of the more mysterious aspects of this situation. In the end, though, regardless of there being a shortcut to a non-existent file that wouldn't have a shortcut otherwise, the file itself was also nowhere to be found on the computer. You see, I'm not very techy. I thought to myself, maybe the files had been in the cut part of the process of moving it somewhere else, and then perhaps my computer shut down, and that's why it was lost in limbo. But as it turns out, with that scenario, that's not exactly how it works. When you cut something, it goes into your temporary files folder, of which they are also not there, and have never been there, apparently. So, worst case scenario, let's say that I was possessed, and I have no recollection of having deleted the scripts, and have emptied the recycling bin too somehow, because that's what evil me would do. Well, my partner downloaded a program to deep scrub my computer's memory and recover any recently lost files, even the doubly deleted kind. And we even tried to restore previous versions of my PC to get the folder back. But still nothing. If it weren't for the strange broken shortcuts, it'd be like the files had never existed, and I'm just crazy. I'm not, I hope. But suffice to say, I think I'm cursed, and the world really is against me every time I try to make content because there is seriously no reasonable explanation for where those files went. Or how. And I was really upset about this when I woke up, turned on my computer, and everything was just gone. Understandably, it doesn't feel nice to be cursed, but also there's just this compounding feeling of doubt that I have that just keeps getting heavier every time that I hit a setback, which seems like every time that I try to do anything. Because I'm really not a whiny person. I've taken this in stride and moved on despite everything. And I'm not incompetent either, where I only have myself to blame because these setbacks don't even make sense. It's just hard being shut down by inexplicable complications all the time, losing progress, having to do something 4 times over. It's depressing. It feels like the amount of struggle that I go through isn't worth the payoff. If I was making content for the sake of popularity or clout, I'd have given up by now. I want to make meaningful content and share my journey because the idea of that makes me happy. So I am going to keep trying over and over as many times as it takes with every setback that I face. But I just really don't want to be one of those channels that promises weekly content then fails to deliver and constantly feels the need to apologize. I don't want that, and you don't want that, because then that's all my channel will be. If it's a while between my content or updates, please just know that there's a reason. And I don't want to complain or make excuses every time something random happens to ruin my output. I'm still here, and I am trying as hard as I can. I am also just cursed, though, so match your expectations of me to that, I guess. I guess technically this is a pre-apology video, but thank you. Thank you so much for watching it, for supporting me, and sticking around. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.